Hello everyone, I am Marisse Diaz and today I will be reporting about groundwater investigation. As we know that groundwater is widely distributed beneath the earth, but its occurrence is confined to only certain geologic formations and structures. As the occurrence of groundwater cannot be seen from the earth's surface, a variety of techniques are used to explore or investigate groundwater. The exploration of groundwater can be done from the Earth's surface or above surface locations, which is known as surface investigation. Groundwater exploration can also be done using equipments or instruments extending underground, which is known as subsurface investigation. Subsurface investigation of groundwater usually do not provide quantitative data or information concerning aquifers or groundwater as obtained from the subsurface investigation. Correct interpretation requires supplemental data from the subsurface investigation to verify the findings of surface investigation. Although the surface investigation of groundwater provide an incomplete picture or qualitative information of hydrogeologic condition below the ground. They are usually less expensive and less time-consuming than the subsurface investigation. The types of investigation are the following. Number 1 is reconnaissance investigation. Number 2 is preliminary investigation, and lastly, detailed investigation. A reconnaissance investigation is based on a review of existing information and an examination of surface feature at the site. The reconnaissance is made to acquaint the investigator with the nature and characteristic of the surface features and condition. From observation and examination, correlation with existing maps information can be established. Tentative interpretations regarding subsurface materials and groundwater conditions can be formulated. Any material or condition appearing to adversely affect project function, design, or construction should be located and referenced to further investigation. Data from a field reconnaissance should contain general description and location of the surface feature and condition, including the following items. General geology of the project, geologic conditions that influence groundwater movement and recharge, surface feature resulting the groundwater movement such as seeps, springs, and landslide, general characters of stream and valley including the volume of flow, stream banks and bed, steepness of valley grades, and side slopes. Groundwater development, yields, quality and use, water well logs, and lastly, groundwater quality reports and data. Next is preliminary investigation. A preliminary investigation is made to determine the geologic and hydrologic characteristic of the subsurface material. This will establish the feasibility of the project, be a basis for estimating cost, and determine the need and intensity of further study. A preliminary groundwater investigation includes a review of reconnaissance report. When starting a preliminary groundwater investigation, all geologic, groundwater, and well drilling data pertinent to the area should be reviewed, including available well records. The following are the things that are often used in preliminary investigation. The first one is the maps. Second is imagery. Third is field study. Fourth is mapping. And lastly, geologic sections. As for the report of preliminary investigation, the report should include a concise discussion of groundwater conditions, interpretations, conclusions, and recommendations for solving any problem. The preliminary report should also include recommendations for methods to be used in making a detailed groundwater investigation where needed. Well reports, log of borings, and other supporting data should be reviewed, interpreted, and included where applicable with the preliminary investigation reports. Geologic maps and sections should be included. As for the detailed investigation, a detailed investigation collects data for making sound geologic interpretations. Specific site materials and groundwater conditions are documented to provide sufficient subsurface information for the design and construction of the project measures. Detailed investigation includes a review of the information covered by the preliminary investigations, collections of additional data, preparations to complete report including logs, maps, geologic sections, fence diagrams, and results of the field test and collection of laboratory analysis of samples. In brief, detailed groundwater investigation consists of drilling, sampling, logging, describing, and classifying all data that will influence groundwater hydrology. Pressure testing for in-place permeability and seepage through fractured rock and voids in soluble strata where control of seepage is important. Ascertaining the influence of structural geology, faulting, folding, and fracturing on transmissibility of groundwater. And lastly, installing piezometers or observation wells in hydrologically significant strata. The next topic for groundwater investigation is the investigation methods and equipments, which will be presented by the next reporter, Maria Belen de Ledja. And that would be all. Thank you.